Welcome to Killorglin Community College in County Kerry in Southern Ireland. My name is Donal O'Reilly. I'm the principal here. Small school with 280 students, but we believe we are an inclusive school, and if we're not an inclusive school, we are heading in the right direction. Many of our special educational needs teachers co-teach or team teach in classes. And what that means is that as well as doing some of their work with smaller groups, they actually come into the mainstream group and work with them inside in a maths class or an English class. And that develop bonds. We would love if we had more time to give teachers to plan, because when you're collaborating, you need time to plan. And unfortunately, this is where we are lacking a little bit. Our special educational needs teachers have an input at every staff meeting. So at every time that we gather as a staff, we make sure that special educational needs is on the agenda and that our teachers have an input. And this is very, very important in the school, because once an item becomes an item on an agenda, well then it has more weight and it becomes more serious. And it's a great time to share stories or to share best practice or teaching methodologies.
The main elements of effective collaboration are communication and openness between staff. Specialist teachers are often asked, what expertise do you have that you can pass on to others? And very often we think, as teachers of pupils with additional learning needs, we have nothing that we can offer our general practitioners. But we are wrong. Every day, specialist teachers offer such a differentiated curriculum, such individualised lesson material within one lesson alone, such a hidden curriculum that makes them unique. They do it without thinking. It is now second nature to them. Mutual support is vitally important in developing effective collaboration, as is the time for reflective practice. Another method frequently employed are learning walks, whereby participants observe lessons in several classrooms, look at pupil work and have time to talk with other staff and pupils. Professional learning communities are becoming increasingly popular as a tool for improvement within Wales. Interacting with others outside of your classroom and your own setting and sharing of best practice with peers across subjects is a very useful tool for areas such as lesson planning, behaviour management, reflective practice and assessment for learning. Within Wales, to create an effective inclusive classroom, schools have developed what are termed professional learning communities, PLCs, where groups of individuals from different settings meet to work together, to plan and often co-teach and observe each other's lessons. The Welsh Government's definition of a PLC is as follows. A PLC is a group of practitioners working together using a structured process of inquiry to focus on a specific area of their teaching to improve learner outcomes and so raise school standards. Teachers, both general and specialist, then meet to share observations and feedback their thoughts, culminating in the development of an action plan designed to take inclusive learning forward. The additional learning needs teacher knows what makes their pupils tick, what triggers them off, what signs to watch out for that could signal disengagement or negative reactivity. For the class teacher, this is often difficult, as they have so many classes with so many pupils that they cannot be expected to know individual pupils as well as the additional learning needs member of staff. For some teachers, this can cause problems, as they do not feel in total control. It is a skill to be able to work closely alongside another teacher without stepping on toes. I think for us at Ysgol Hendra we are so used to each class having another teacher and either one or two support assistants that we don't notice the presence so much of another member of staff. And indeed, we come to rely on teamwork. Whereas I know when I first started teaching in mainstream, I initially found it difficult having another adult in the class, as I thought they were watching my every move.
We have a few programs in the school that complement the special educational needs students, But we also find that the programmes can be adapted for all students. And where our success has been in the collaboration with the special educational needs teachers and the mainstream teachers is where we can integrate these programmes into the mainstream class. And like I mentioned earlier, we do have co-teaching or team teaching, and we also have programmes to look after our attendants or our special educational needs students, but we roll that out across the whole school. And then there's no stigma as to why certain students are in a certain programme. Collaboration is a word that has been around for a long time, and collaboration in any shape or form is difficult. It's not easy. Collaboration in school, in a busy school, makes it even harder, and teachers are trying to differentiate their classes up and differentiate their classes down. The special educational needs teachers very often feel isolated and working in their own department. But all we can do is to keep pushing on, keep taking small steps, but make sure that we're making progress all the time. And I, as a principal, try to make sure that our mainstream teachers acknowledge the work that the special educational needs teachers do and make sure that they build links with them at all times. We are along this road, we are making progress, but we have a long way to go.